Welcome. If you've been following along with our runner strength series, this is the companion video to what we did last week with Lululemon here in Boston. If you want to follow along, you want to do that workout as well, the link will be in the, what's that thing called?
Captions.
In the captions. We're doing this live. We're not editing this thing. None of that bullshit. Yeah, you're just going to have to bear with me if I make mistakes and stuff and ask for help. So that's how we're going to roll. So follow along, enjoy. Thanks for stopping. All right, so let's get started here. We're going to start with just a super basic warm up. For us here at Forward, we really like to focus on some spine stuff to get going. We're going to work neck, low back, and then we're going to move into a little more active stuff. And then we're going to hit it. I'll explain the workout as we go along. I'll explain the movements. And we'll go from there. We're going to start with our neck. We're going to think that we're trying to get away from someone who's trying to give us a kiss that we don't want to. We're getting way back. Way back. I like to keep my hand here. Helps me to remember to keep my chest up. We're elongating, creating space. It's basically the opposite of this, which I'm sure you've been doing all day. If you want to go a little bit further, you can look up and go as far as you're comfortable. We're gonna go 3 more just like that. And yes, I know I look like an idiot. That's how I know I'm doing it right. Last one, so you can get the full effect. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so we're going right into the low back. So we're gonna get down on the ground. And we're basically doing a sloppy push-up. We call this a press-up. Some people call it a cobra. Yes, it was probably stolen from yoga at some point. That's fine. So we're going to go all the way down, hands at our armpits, press it up. When we get up here, we're going to try and relax. Breathe everything out. You feel a little spicy compression in your low back. That's fine, as long as it's not sharp stabbing, shooting down your legs. Again, we're just kind of combating the sitting lifestyle that we all have. So we're just moving in directions we don't do very often. If this is new to you, it's going to be mildly uncomfortable. Ooh. And my voice just cracked too. I sounded like a seal, a barking seal. Last one. Karina behind the camera doesn't think I'm funny, but she's laughing anyways. Last one. Beautiful. Moving into what we would call a spider person. So we're going to start here like this. We're going to get that back leg to here, and we're going to try and drop down into it. Open it up. Down into it. Open it up. 3 more. Any of you yogis in the room, I'm sure have feedback for me. I will happily take it. Good. Step back, switch legs, drop it down. Oh, so much looser on this side. Beautiful. You all keep doing the other side. I'm going back to my first side because it needs a little bit more love. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Y'all probably haven't seen something that looks exactly like this. It is not intended to be perverse, but it is, again, different than the positions that we get all day long, right? So we're going to try and open up the groin and the hip flexors. So we're going to turn our feet out. We're going to pull our pelvis forward, squeeze our butt. You're going to get, what's that?
Turn a little this way.
Turn so people can see. Yeah. You can just talk. They know you're back there. So from this position, a lot of people will end up sticking their butt way out. I call this club butt. It's useful and sometimes not useful in the gym. So we're squeezing, bringing everything forward, and then we're going to reach up to the sky and relax. We're gonna try and get even squeeze here, right? So I have a little bit of a groin ouchie on this side, and so this side does not wanna open up very well. So I'm really focused on squeezing my butt, bringing my pelvis forward, reaching up, but notice I'm not leaning back. I'm letting my pelvis do all the work. A couple more. So squeeze, hips forward, reach up. Ooh! You can give it a little wiggle there if you want. Two more. All right, awesome. If there's anything that you need to do to get fully warmed up, any exercises, rehab that I've given you, Ryan's given you, or someone else has told you to do, go for it now because we're about to get into the workout. Let's get started here. So for our warm-up, you're going to need 1 or 2 weights of light to medium size here. I've got a 25-pounder, and I'm only going to use 1. 2 moves we're going to do for this warm-up, and we're going to do them in a row, is going to be an overhead march, like this, where you're holding the weight overhead, or if you don't want to use weight, don't feel comfortable using weight, that's fine. We're going to do 8, so it's going to be a total of 16, so we're going to have to count through that. And then we're going to go into a side lunge. Side lunge is going to start in this position. We can do some variations here, and it's going to be sit into the opposite hip as low as you feel comfortable. You're going to feel it load up the quad, the glute. Make sure butt is not sticking out. You're going to hear me say this a lot, okay? We don't run like this. We run like this. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, here we go. Starting with our marching lunge, 8 reps. Overhead, here we go. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm turning. 5, 6, 7, 8. Halfway. 10. Really push down into the ground. Kind of lost count there. I think I'm somewhere around 16. Let's do one more. Very good. Weight goes down, facing front. I sometimes like to have my hands here when I do movements. Just helps me keep my center. So I'm stepping out, sit 1, back up, 2, 3, from the side. Ooh, I tripped. I almost hit that weight too. Again, notice I'm not doing this. I'm sitting into the movement. I'm letting my body absorb the force. One more. Great, other way, here we go. Step out, sit down. This is my tough side. It's not my bad side. Just needs a little extra TLC and a little bit of focus. So I move a little bit slower, make sure I can control the movement through my joints. 2 more. For those of you counting along at home and are a little OCD about that, I can't count. So you're gonna have to bear with me. Okay, it's a warm up. You should already be breathing hard a little bit. Here we go. Weight overhead, we're marching. Keep in mind, no club butt. Bring it forward. 1, drive that foot. Push the earth away from you. Don't think about lifting your leg. Think about pushing. Your other leg will take care of itself. The down leg is the one that matters here. Because we're practicing running, which is a single leg sport. Who's been counting along at home? Let's do 3 more. Last one. Beautiful. Weight down. Don't trip on it like I did last time. Wide stance. We're going left, hips underneath. I'm going to try and get a little bit lower this time. You go as low as you feel comfortable. 4? Yeah, 4. 3 more. Last one. Very good. Other way. Here we go. Down. Let your body do its job. 2. 3. 4. Are we going to have music for this? What are we gonna do? Just me standing here looking all cute, talking to myself in an empty room? Super awkward. Last one, very good. Okay, last round and then we're done. Weight overhead, here we go. Remember, don't stick your butt out. Drive your feet. My shoulders are feeling spicy. How about you? No one's answering. It's not rhetorical though, that's a real question. When you're doing this, don't think about squeezing your butt for the sake of squeezing it. Think about it to produce force. You should feel your body want to just fly into the sky. You can see the weight will bounce if I really focus on it. Very good. Side lunges, last one. See, I'm out of breath. This is hard. Here we go. Down. Beautiful. 2, 3, 4. Keep that chest as upright as you can. Okay, so last set. Here we go. Wide stance. Again, we're sitting into that hip. Don't stick your butt out too far. Don't be afraid to load up your muscles. Make them do their job. It's part of what we're trying to learn here is how strong we are, how resilient we are, how we can teach our body to move in really cool, awesome ways. 8. Feels close, feels close. Good enough for Jazz. Here we go, right side. How's that dead silence on the other end of this? I think we're gonna have to get some sort of background noise, potentially. Last one. Very good. Okay, you should be feeling loose, maybe a little sweaty, a little out of breath. We're gonna get into our first round, coming right up. Okay, first circuit coming at you, 3 moves. First one is gonna be a weighted deadlift, a weighted lunge. We're gonna go through this 4 times. So we're gonna start on one side for the first round, and then we're gonna switch legs for the other round. So, quick lunge tutorial, same thing, no club butt. You're gonna step forward. You can step back if you want, but we run forward, so that's the way I like to do it. And I like to keep my hips underneath me and straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. I'm instantly bending both knees. You can see 90-degree angle, roughly. Okay, so there's our lunge. Next is gonna be a deadlift with a pause. If you're new to deadlift, sit to the toilet, get off the toilet. That's it. Sit, stand. If you want to use 2 weights, you can. You can hold them in the middle. You can hold them at the side. I'm going to hold mine at the side. So we're going to sit to the toilet, stand it back up. We're going to do a pause though. Sit, pause, up. Sit, pause, up. Very good. Last one is going to be switch feet. This is probably new to most of you. Start to get some explosiveness. So you're going to start one foot in front of the other, and you're going to switch your feet. Switch your feet. Switch your feet. I did that wrong. Switch your feet, just like running. Okay? We're going to do 10 of those. So it's going to go 10, 10, 10. Okay? Here we go. Grab your weight. Let's get rocking and rolling. I'm going to do 25. Here we go. So we're going to start right leg. Forward and back. Forward and back. Make sure that glute supports you, catches you. Loading up the glute, the quad, the ham, all our favorite friends. I think that was 7. That's what I'm going with. 8, 2 more. Last one. Very good. Transition. Grab your other weight if you want to. Here we go. Deadlift with a pause. Remember, sit down, stand up. None of this. Sit down, stand up. Down. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 10 was a mistake. 9. 10. I might have to drop weight. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, switch feet. We're gonna start right foot in front. We move in opposition, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. Very good. Take a little breather. We're gonna go in about 10 seconds. Woo! Grab some water. Getting a little cardio in here. Fantastic. So, weighted lunge. I'm carrying mine in a goblet style. We're doing left leg this time. Here we go. Forward. Oh, yeah. Everybody's going to be feeling this. Promise you. If you're running Boston, 26-point true. Those uphills, you're going to need the strength. Those downhills, you're going to need that resilience, that ability to tolerate pounding. I didn't count. Let's go 2 more. So it'll probably even out. I'll go less on some, more on the others. Who knows? Okay. Deadlift with a pause. I'll do it with 1 this time, just to give a good tutorial. Gentle holding, and it's sit, pause, sit, pause. Notice my chest stays very tall. I don't dump too far forward into my hinge. I really want my legs to do the bulk of the work here, not my low back. Let's call that 6. Two more. Last one. Very good. Switch feet. 10, left foot forward. Arms move in opposition. Think about your arms moving just as fast as your feet. Here we go. Switch, 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 switch. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Little breather. I'm gonna grab some water. Hydration is key or we die. Woo, I wrote a good workout. This is hard. Damn. All right. Oh crap, we have 2 more of this one too. That's a bummer. All right, here we go. Goblet style, right leg forward. Here we go. One of the things I like to think about is leading with my knee. Letting my front knee point the direction and I stay under and behind it versus that. It's a very common thing. And again, that's club butt. If you keep your butt under you, your glute, your quad will do its thing. Hey, Bobo. Got a surprise visitor over there. I think that was at least 11. Lucky you. Transition, deadlift. Okay, 2 times. Here we go. Well, 2 weights this time. All right. Underneath, core engaged, up, down and pause, up, down and pause, up, down and pause, up, down and pause, up, down and pause. Really push the earth, really force the stand. Don't lift your body. The weight is just a consequence. You're just holding on to it. Don't lift the weight. Move your body. Last one. Very good. Switch feet. Right foot. Right foot forward. Here we go. Stay up on your toes. You get a little bit of a forward lean. 3 more. That might have been 4. Take a little breather. Last round, and then we'll get a real rest in here. I think Karina's standing behind the camera right now going, does he regret doing the whole workout? The answer is no, not for 1 second. Here we go. 10 forward. Stay on top of your hips, nice and tall. Trust your knee, trust your glute. Notice how upright I stay. If it helps, You can start from the bottom, get square, get your hips under you. Three more. I'm so glad I don't have like a mic on. You just hear, just like kind of gross, heavy breathing. All right, deadlifts, 10 with a pause, 10 with a pause, hips underneath, here we go. Hold, push, it's like a rocket ship. I don't mean that to like talk myself up, that's what you want to think. Push. A lot of people like to do this when they deadlift. And I don't really know what that is. It's super weird and not functional at all. So we want to think we're jumping. Okay? I jumped, so I'm doing 2 more and then we're gonna call that one. Very good. Last round of switch feet. Here we go. Left foot forward. 1, 2, stay with me. 3, 4, 5. Nice and fast. Take it home. Woo! I really fumbled on the goal line on that last one there. Okay, take a minute, get some water, breathe a little bit. We're going into round 2. Okay, second circuit, here we go. 3 movements, I'm gonna demonstrate them now. Apparently I didn't say that last time, but first move is a squat. You can do this a couple different ways. I prefer the goblet style squat. It's a very easy movement. It looks just like the deadlift. So all you're gonna think is sit to the toilet, come up from the toilet. For those of you who can get to 90 degrees, fabulous. 90 degrees, come back up. Again, no club butt, okay? Use that core, we're down, we're up. If you wanna go lower and you feel comfortable there, fabulous, but not a requirement. That's number 1. Number 2 is going to be a single leg style deadlift. So from this plane, the modified easiest way to do this one is going to be same thing, core engaged. We're gonna bend over our front leg and we're gonna try and come down. Notice I'm not bending down, okay? The movement comes from my hip and then we can stand. If you wanna get fancy, you can lift a leg. If you wanna get fancier, you can bend your knee. I can't do that one on my right leg, so we're gonna do the modified version of that one. The last one is going to be a glute bridge with an alternating single leg kick. So, yeah, sorry, I kind of put you right up the barrel there, didn't I? So, what I like to do, press the spine, squeeze the belly. When I come up, a lot of people go like this, and they lift their pelvis to the sky and they arch their back a lot. I don't know what that is, it's not a glute bridge though, okay? A glute bridge, you keep your core tight, and as you're coming up, you don't let your pubic bone dump forward, okay? So I'm squeezing my butt, not lifting my back, okay? So we're gonna squeeze the butt, kick, 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 okay? So 3 rounds of that. So it's gonna go 8, 8, 8. 3 rounds, 8, 8, 8, okay? We're gonna start with our squats. You can do 2 weights, you can do 1. I definitely overestimated and started thinking I was gonna do 50. I'm doing 25 because I'm feeling it. So you can always modify your plan. Here we go, and we're squatting. 8 reps. Down, stand up. Watch my spine. Stand up. Versus this, that already hurts my back. That's super, super painful. As the weight goes out, it gets harder. Keep it in tight. For those of you who kept squatting while I was demonstrating, you're getting extra credit. Does it look weird when I stare into the camera like that? So, in between these two, I got some feedback that I can't keep calling out on Karina behind the camera. And I said, I can do whatever I want, so I'm going to. Single leg lunge. Leg is back. Again, no club butt, no bendy. Just straight. Over, lift if you can. Stand. The stand is the most important part because running, right? Step back. Weight over. Stand. Step back. stand. If you want to drive the knee, I got my college running drills in my head. You totally can do that. It felt very natural for me. If it doesn't feel natural for you, that's fine. One more. Good. Same thing. It gets a little wobbly for me. This is my tough leg. We've got a long history together, so I'm going to be kind to it. So, step, stand. I can't go as fluidly as I can on the other leg. Stand. You may notice that I'm fixing my posture in between reps. It's because I have a strong proclivity to do this. I'm trying to get my core involved. 2 more. Woo! These are tough. Alternating glute bridge on a 45 for y'all this time. You're welcome. Here we go. Know this. Keep everything connected. Up. 1, 2. Notice I'm not wobbling all over the place. If you feel like you can't do that, that's fine. Do a regular glute bridge, okay? But we want to keep the body nice and stable. I feel like your butt cheek is doing like so much work right now. When I do this, I feel like I can actually envision the strange shape of the butt cheek, the actual muscle. I'll demonstrate once we're done here. But I really like exercises that help me visualize the shape of my anatomy. 2 more, I think. Good enough. So, for those of you who are wondering, the glute looks round, right? Actually, it's a line of muscle that goes from here to here. It's like a straight strip. It's a really cool muscle. That's glute max, by the way. Okay, that gave you a little breather. Grab some water. Going into the next round. Remember, squat, single leg deadlift, your own variation, and then glute bridge alternating kick. Okay. Anyone think I missed my calling as like a YouTube influencer? What do we think? Is this the beginning? Or did I miss the boat like that started in like 2017? Whatever. Here we go. Squats. Down. If you want to get spicy, do a pause. Keep the weight close to you. I'm actively squeezing my elbows and the weight into my sides. It's a whole body workout. Keep that chest tall. Make your legs do the work. We all fight it. Send it to the low back. I think that was 8. Good enough. Here we go. Now you can see kind of the differences here. I can keep my balance nice in line. Step. This is all about the stand portion. Balance, stand. Balance. Woo! Stand. 3 more. When I'm pausing, I'm really paying attention to my foot. Trying to push the earth down. Switch sides. And try and tell this leg to do what this leg did. That's the thing. It's called biofeedback training. So here. Stand. We're trying real hard. Effort counts in this life. Ooh, that was a good one. Good. I'm focusing on my core. My core is what's leading me through this movement. All movement in the leg and the arm, or the whole body for that matter, is actually led by the core. Good enough. Here we go. Let's just take a breather for a second. This is kind of hard. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the core. Keep it tight. March. 2, 3, 4. Don't forget your core. If you find yourself up here like this, drop it down, squeeze your belly. I like to sometimes hold my belly. Helps remind my brain not to let go. If you feel it in your back, that's okay. But you want to mostly feel it in your butt, your hamstrings, This is very like Rockettes-ish. I actually wasn't meaning to kick this high, but this is fine. You can do 45, or you can really get after it. Like, that's cool. I like to kick and stretch. I just dated myself for anyone who used to watch SNL in the 90s. That's rough. Okay, take a breather. Woo! 10 seconds. Here we go. Last set. Last set, best set. Thank you, Jess Sims, for all you've done for the world. Here we go. Can you like quote people any days on the internet? Like, I feel like everything's like a copyright infringement. Like, they won't even let us put music on here. So I forgot to say that. I was informed we can't add music because we don't have the copyrights. So if you get me on that influencer status though, then we'll start buying music. So tell your friends. Here we go. Sit it down. Back it up. Big squeeze on the quads and the butt. Whoa! Stand it up. Feel your body. Love your body. Feel how strong and capable it is. Feel the symmetry. Push. God, it feels so good. Feel strong. It's such a nice change from kind of feeling like you got your ass kicked on a run. That was a bad one, okay? Here's why it was bad. I went like this, okay? That's not it. Keep your core engaged. Sit, stand. Magnificent. Single leg deadlift, stand throughs, whatever you want to call them. We're here, up. Got my adductors going. This feels good. Adductors are here, the groin. Let's call that 6, 2 more. Core engaged. Drive your foot, core engaged. Switch. Pants were a miserable idea. Step back. Bam. Oh, that was good. Whew. If I look tired, I am. This is hard work, y'all. It's always counting and working and talking. 6. 2 more. I can't tell if Karina is cringing or laughing. It's like a big mixture. I think she's having a lot of feelings about the way I'm doing this. So here we go. If you have questions about our brand, report them to Karina, not me. She's in charge. Squeeze, up, kick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Feel your butt. Hang in here. Do you feel it in your back? You should feel it in your butt. Pause. Where do you feel it? Right here. If you feel it here, it's because you're up. Bring it down. Pause. I know. So mean. You're welcome. Your running form will thank me when you can feel your butt cheeks tomorrow. Squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze it. Yeah. Okay. Good enough. Fantastic. Awesome work. We're going to do one little core exercise that I really like, and then we're going to call it a day. Should I just keep going? Whatever. We're going. We're doing it live, y'all, except we're not live. Don't get confused. Technology. It's all made up anyways. It's ones and zeros. I'm not even here. This isn't real. Great. So, I have a lot of feelings about core exercises. Mostly because I think the majority of core exercises that we do are not actually fundamental to how we're supposed to move. For example, please tell me a time in life when you do this, other than like maybe the CrossFit games. And that's just kind of weird anyways. No disrespect CrossFit, I love CrossFit. But like, this isn't functional, okay? That's not what my core was made to do. My core was meant to hold stability, okay? So what we're gonna try are heel taps with a flat back. Some people call them dead bugs, but everybody cheats when they do this. I promise you, you're a cheater. I know you are. And I'm looking at you who's like, I'm not a cheater, I do it right, okay? So you take your breath. My belly's full. You can see my belly, right? I'm not a big guy, but you can see my belly. And then I push my spine down. If you've been listening for the past 30 minutes, I keep saying no club butt. This is club butt. Does it look like I could run very well like this? No, it does not. How about now? I'm literally horizontal running right now. This is sick. I've never done this. Okay, so, and that was a great core workout. Okay, sick. So, horizontal or vertical? Horizontal. Okay, so we're pressing our spine. We got a full belly. Arms up. We're gonna tap the heel, come back up. Don't let go here. Don't let your spine come up. Tap the heel, up. Tap the heel, up. Tap the heel, up. Not coincidentally, my right side, the one I struggle with, wants to do this. It's because it has a hard time controlling my core, my pelvis, and my femur all at the same time. So I pay special attention to really push when that right leg goes down. Don't let anything move. If you feel like your belly is gonna explode, or you've, ripped a couple farts, you're doing it right. If your back hurts right now, take a break. That means your back is doing the work. You should feel it in the front and in the sides. If it's in the middle, next to your spine, you're using too much low back. Let's do 5 more. Woo! 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, give yourself a hand, folks. This is strength training for running. Thank you for joining us. Look at this. That was some shit. We'll see you again. We'll be at Lululemon next week at 6:30. We'll be going live at 6:30 if you can't make it, or if you're one of our international followers. I bet we have at least one. And then we'll be dropping another video in 2 weeks. So stay with us. Let's get strong.